Dumelang. Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you guys so much. And if you are new here and this is the first time that you see my face, hi, hello, my name is Annah, and I really hope that you decide to stay and that you enjoy this video and click that subscribe button. Let's get into the questions that you guys have sent through to me. What's the difference in teaching English in China versus South Korea? So in South Korea, at least with EPIK, with my school, it was myself. Students come to me, I would teach them, and they would come with their homeroom teacher. I didn't really have to plan with the homeroom teacher. I just did my own planning, and then I would teach on my own and deliver the lessons on my own, which is the same thing here in China. I plan and then teach on my own. But here there's 4 adults in the classroom, which is nice. You have that additional help in the classes where they do actually help you if the kids are being disruptive, instead of the classes where the teacher just sits and twiddles her fingers. What else? Especially, guys, yeah, working with kindergarten is a lot, eh? What else is different? There's gate duty, so every morning I need to stand at the gate and we have to greet the students as they come in. So that's something new. I didn't do that in South Korea. What else is different? The textbook and the curriculum that they had in my Korean school, it made sense and it was something that I could follow and could work with. Whereas the current textbook that they use at my kindergarten, I use it to plan because they want to plan, they want to see it plan, but I don't always teach according to it because, one, it's got points in that textbook of theirs that they want the student to practice writing and to do some worksheets and things like that, but they don't want they don't want the students to be learning to write in English. So they don't do writing in the English classroom. So I find that the curriculum that they've got doesn't match what they actually want us to do with the students. So I end up not using the textbook and doing my own thing, which is annoying. I also found that teaching here in China, especially with what the school requires of me, isn't always about the students and what I'm teaching the students. I feel like sometimes the point of it is aesthetics, to make sure that what I'm doing is aesthetically pleasing, to show off to the parents. It's for a show. And the responsibilities that I now have at this kindergarten, it's more than what I was doing in South Korea. So every month they want a video from me. I need to record teaching the students, record a lesson, and then edit it with the music and the logo, and I need to put English translation, Chinese translation on that video, and that needs to be then put on the school's WeChat page. But because there's so many, there's a hierarchy here in China, and there's respect at all these levels. So I submitted to my head of my department. She then looks at it. If she has changes, she sends it back to me, and then she sends it up and up and up, and comes back down, and I will sit editing a video for weeks, which is why I'm saying every month I want a video. That entire month, every single week, I will be working on that video. So every month I need to submit a video where I've done content in the classroom with the students, but they'll have an issue with it because if it's not looking a certain way, I need to re-record, re-edit. So it's a lot of work. Another reason I haven't had time for YouTube is this recording content for my school. It's been a lot of work. What else? They have a play that's going to be coming up for Children's Day, so I had to now put together a play. I've decided to do the 3 Little Pigs. So now teaching these kids on my own, it's just me and the kids, teaching them to do a play, teaching them the words on my own has also been challenging, and yeah. So those are some of the differences. These are things that I didn't have to do in South Korea that I'm doing now in China. Those are my responsibilities. I do also, every single week, I need to send a song for the students. They send to their parents, and this is something that they just play for them. I don't know if it's their parents play for them or their teacher plays for them it's just them and their homeroom teacher. I don't know. But I need to submit a song every single week for each grade level. It's up to me whether it needs to be relevant to what I'm teaching them or if it can be something else, but I need to find a song about English where it's fun and it gets them excited. I don't know, but I need to send that every single week. So yeah, my responsibilities here at my new school are a lot more compared to what I was doing in South Korea. Yeah, but I feel like what's making it a little bit challenging is also the communication on what is expected to me. The communication, there's a block. We're not understanding each other, so I end up doing things over and over and over again because of the language. Yeah, and yeah, that's just how it is. Next question: given the chance to restart your ESL teaching journey, would I go from China to South Korea or South Korea to China? Had it not been for COVID, I probably would have been in China and I wouldn't have gone to South Korea. I believe I wouldn't have gone to South Korea if it wasn't for COVID. I probably would have still been I would have been in China. It would have been it would have been what? It would have been 3 years now in China. 2 or 3 years in China, had it not been for COVID. Yeah, that's my answer. As for like teaching English in China or South Korea, I believe it really doesn't matter. I would have adapted to teaching English here and figuring things out had I started here, or had I started in South Korea like I did, I would have figured things out and seen how things work, so the way that things ended up turning out for me, I don't regret it. I wouldn't change anything because it's just the way that it was supposed to be. But I wouldn't say that I would have preferred to be in China or I would have preferred to be in South Korea first. I believe that whichever one I went to first, I would have adapted and found my rhythm and how to do things and how I do things in that country. So just like how I figured things out in South Korea, I'm here in China figuring things out. So if you were asking, Anna, is it better for me to start teaching in China and then go to South Korea? Or is it better to start in South Korea and then go to China? Does the one equip me for the other? It doesn't matter where you start, because at either country you'll need to figure it out. You'll need to learn as you go along. So it doesn't matter which country you start in. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I hope that answers your question. Next question: would you say Korean or Chinese government prefers female teachers, foreign female teachers, more than male teachers? In your experience, do female teachers occupy more positions? Looking at EPIK, there were more female foreign teachers compared to males. And I don't believe that I don't believe it's because government prefers females over males. I just believe that that's just the way it's been. When it comes to males and females applying, there's more females applying to do this than males. I believe that's just the reason. It's not about the government preferring one or the other. I feel like that's just people that are applying are mostly females. I mean, if I look at my primary school, my high school, I had more female teachers than male teachers. That's just how it is. I don't think they prefer one over the other. I just feel like those are the candidates coming in. I have a delivery. I ordered fruit, which is a Chinese pancake. I don't know if you guys can see it, but so it's got some egg, got some bacon. Yeah. So this is my brunch because I haven't eaten. Okay, so I'm gonna go through a few more questions that I have on my laptop, and then we'll close this off. Hopefully it's not too long. From Nandega Zulu. So the first question here on YouTube says, in evaluating the two countries, have you been growing as an educator in China more than you would have had you stayed in Korea for another year. Yes. Like I've just explained to you guys, some of the responsibilities that I have in my job here in China, I didn't have a lot of what I'm doing now in South Korea. So definitely I am growing as an educator, and also because I'm teaching a different age group, so that also required me to grow and change the way that I was used to doing things, because teaching elementary and teaching kindergarten are two different things when it comes to your approach and how you do things, how you communicate with them, what games you play, if you can even play games, and so yeah, I'm going through growing pains right now, but yes. Next question. Do you feel valued in China as an educator more than you were in South Korea, or do you see it as being the same? Remember, this is just my experience and my two schools. Every school is different. Please, guys, every school is different. But to answer your question, do I feel more valued in China? I feel more valued as an educator in South Korea compared to China. That's just my honest opinion and how I'm feeling and how I'm experiencing things. Next, how is the foreigner community in China as compared to Korea? I haven't had much experience with it yet, so I can't necessarily answer it, but definitely the online community is there. It's just the same as the South Korea online South African community. It's very helpful. If you need to ask questions, you can never be scared to ask. Go on these groups and ask your questions. Someone will have an answer. Someone will be happy to answer. People go the extra mile for you to help you because they've been in your shoes. So the community is great, at least the online community. I haven't met face-to-face people yet here, so I can't answer that aspect. Next, how is the treatment of foreigners in China as compared to Korea? So I found that the people in Korea were very friendly towards me, is how I experienced South Korea. And I believe as a foreigner here in China, I'm being treated the same way, especially where I am in my school, the shops where I do my shopping, people I come into contact with, in my building. So far it's been good, but that's just been my experience. And I hope that it stays that way. Next question. Of the two countries, which have you felt the most comfortable? I felt the most comfortable in Korea. Yeah, felt the most comfortable in Korea. I guess maybe because Korea is familiar, whereas here, I still have a lot to learn. But for now, if you ask me right now, I feel more comfortable in South Korea. I feel because I sort of found my way, my rhythm, and how to do things, where to go for this, where to go for that. I knew everything that I needed to get by and to do life in South Korea, whereas here, I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things. I haven't even used the subway or the train yet. Like, I need to go to another city to attend Swahili's Women Empowerment event. And it's like, where do I even start? How am I going to get there? How do I book hotels and things like that? So I need to figure things out still. So that it's a little bit uncomfortable. And I already spoke to you about how things are going at my school. So it's I'm going through growing pains. But yeah, I guess I'll get to a point that I am comfortable as time goes. We'll see. Next, is travel in China as accessible as Korea? I can't answer that yet because I haven't done any traveling. But from what people say, it is easily accessible. There's bullet trains, it's easy to get around here with the transport as well from what I see. So I believe it will be easy to travel around in China. That is what I believe. Next, do you regret your decision to move? I do not regret my decision to move to China. My reasons for moving, it's what I'm glad that I did it for those reasons. And also where I want to be in a year or 2 years. I believe that this is where I'm meant to be to get to that. Do you find English education more rewarding in South Korea or China? Currently at the moment, I find it more rewarding in South Korea purely because I had a relationship with my students. And it's still very new with my current students. I'm still trying to, get to know them even as babies. But also, I find that the age group that you teach is important. Not everybody's meant to teach kindergarten, not everybody's meant to teach primary, not everybody's meant to teach high school. Each person, I believe, you'll be drawn to specific age group for a reason. And I'm more drawn towards elementary, primary school. I believe I'm best suited for that age group compared to these little ones. How are the beauty standards in China compared to Korea? Can I really answer this question? It's a good one, but when it comes to beauty, when I was in Korea, I found that taking care of your skin and having a skin routine, having good skin was something that was important and people worked on and put effort on, which is good. I don't think it's a bad thing. And also taking your vitamins and being healthy, I found that was very important. I mean, break times after people eat, they would walk around the fields, go for laps around the field. They would go brush their teeth. So they had different health standards to what I was used to from South Africa. Here in China, what I picked up here about China is a fashion sense, like, yay, like the way people dress, even how they dress their children. Like, sometimes I'm like, wow, you are better dressed than me and I'm the teacher here. But yeah, the fashion sense here in China is on another level. But that's just my little 2 cents on this question. But yeah, next thing. Which country is easier to navigating when it comes to banking, creating accounts on apps? South Korea. South Korea, it's much easier when it comes to banking apps, any apps, South Korea, because they would have the English version of it. Whereas here in China, they don't have the English version, which makes it difficult. You got to screenshot everything as you go along, which is frustrating. That's my opinion. But yeah, so that was the last question. Guys, I really hope that you found my answers to these questions helpful. Remember, this is purely my experience, my opinion. Doesn't mean that it's been this way for me. It will be for you, or it won't be like this for you. Like, every school is different and our experiences will be different. But I hope it helps you to make an informed decision when it comes to, do I teach in China, do I teach in Korea, or do I teach abroad? I hope this helps you in any shape or form. I really hope it does help you guys. If there's anything that you'd like to know that I did not cover, please do message me down below and we will get to it. Wherever you are, have a great week. Have a lovely weekend from me to you. Bye!